Hello and welcome to Parkinson's Exercise Corner with me, Cindy. So today is all about creating some hip strength and mobility within those hips. We're going to stretch them and move them, and they're going to feel really, really good at the end. Equipment today, you will need a pole, you will need a chair, and you will need something to lift your leg up and over in a seated position. So I have 3 different items here so that, let me just demonstrate to you really quick. So you'll need to be able to lift your leg, have a straight leg from the chair, lifting your leg up and over. Okay, I have a yoga block. I actually have a box of tissues, which is a little lower than the body block. Or I have something, this is a foam roller, which is, as you can see, is a lot taller, so I can lift my leg a lot higher. So the choice is up to you as far as what you want to use, but make sure, and of course, if you don't have anything, you can just lift it up and over, but I like to have a visual so that we can see where our range of motion is today, and then we can work on that to improve it. So we're going to set all this stuff off to the side because we won't need it right away, but you will need your pole. And if you don't have a pole, if you absolutely don't have a pole, you can always hang onto your chair or a wall. The choice is up to you. It depends. I like to use a pole because I feel like it gives us a little more challenge because we have to stabilize up on our legs more. So with all that being said, make sure your exercise is clear of anything that you can trip over, and we're going to get this party started. So with a wide grip, let's have a wide grip on the pole, straight arms. We're just going to reach up and down. We're just going to stretch out the upper body a little bit to start, just like this. We're just going to do this one exercise here, and then we're going to go right into the lower body. And just give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, good job. Okay, so now we're going to go into some leg swings, okay? So holding on to your pole, you're going to start whichever leg you want to start with, because we will be doing both. We're just going to take our leg and swing it forward and back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one for 10. Same thing other side. And as we do these, see if you can swing your leg a little higher as it warms up and loosens up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one for 10. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to do crossover. So you're going to go back to the other leg. You're going to lift that foot off the floor. You're going to cross it over that standing leg and kick it right out to the side for 10. And here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one for 10. And we're just going to do the same thing. Switch it. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one for 10. All right. We're going to do hip openers. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our left leg only, and you're just going to go up and over. So you're lifting. Try to lift that knee as high as you can. Externally rotate it, and then bring it back. We're going to do it 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and maybe while you're doing these, you find that as you warm up, you'll be able to open up a little wider. Things start loosening up. Here's 6, 7, 8, 9. One more this leg, and last one right here. All right, let's switch it. If your knee gets in the way, you can always switch hands with the pole. All right, here we go. Or just move the pole a little bit more out to the side. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, lift the knee up, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 4 more. 4, 3. Keep lifting that knee. 2, and last one. And you'll probably find that one side is tighter than the other, and that's normal, okay? That's something that we're going to work on, but it's normal. My tight side is my left side, so we all have it. All right, so now what we're going to do is hip circle. So we're going to go back to the other leg, lift that knee. We're just going to circle it around now. We're going to do 8 in each direction. This was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try not to put that foot down. Let's go to the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch legs. Same thing, other side. Lift that knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, good job. So now we can put the pole away, okay? We are done with it for today. So set that off to the side, but you will need your chair. So grab your chair, and I'm going to set my pole over here. All right, have a seat. So actually, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. So these next few exercises, these stretches, you can either do from a sitting position or a lying down on the floor position. Today, I'm going to do them from a sitting position so that all the viewers, whether you can get on the floor or can't, will be able to do them. So if during these exercises, if you feel like, oh, I can get on the floor and do these, do it, okay? As long as you do it safely and you're able to get up and down. So we're going to do what's called a 90-90. So you're in your chair, you're kind of sitting towards the edge of it a little bit. Your feet are about, I would say, a little bit more than hip width apart. You're going to lift your toes, and we're going to pivot on our heels. So we drop our knees. This is called a 90-90. You can do these on the floor, and they're just a really, really good hip opener. So you see how I'm kind of pivoting? That just makes it easier to turn your knees and your feet. Keep going just like this. And these last few, we're going to keep going. We've got a couple more like this, but then the last couple that we do, we're just going to hold them. So let's do one more each direction. Okay, so when we go back to the other side, now we're just going to hold. So you might even want to readjust your position. If you can, take that hand, put it on the outside of that knee, sit up nice and tall, and maybe give yourself a turn. This kind of deepens up the stretch a little bit. Puts a little bit of mobility into your back as well as your hips. So lift those toes off the floor. Let's go to the other side. Hold that right there. Adjust your legs if you have to. Take that hand. It's your opposite hand. Put it behind, cross the leg, and then sit up nice and tall. Hold your abs in and turn. Trying to look over that shoulder behind you. And then come back center. Good job. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a knee pull. So we're going to start with your left knee. Just want you to clasp your fingers and just lift that knee as high as you can. You can lean back in your chair for this one, maybe scooch out so you get a bigger range of motion with this. You can extend that leg. If you cannot extend the leg because you're tight, you can leave it bent. But if you can, stretch it out. Just give yourself a nice hug here. Pull it, keep it. Pull it in as close as you can to your chest. It's going to stretch out the back of your legs and your lower back. Release that. Let's lift the other leg now. Same thing. And hold. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do it one more time each side. So extend that leg out, lift that knee up, pull it in, give it a hug. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that down. Last time on this side. Big hug, squeeze it. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so this next one, what we're going to do, this is really going to help loosen up the lower back, that, you know, those muscles that kind of go down into your hips and your glutes. So what I want you to do is your knees, your feet are right underneath your knees. You're going to just lean forward, so it's like a hinge at your hips. It's like you're going down to reach for your shoelace, but I want you to hug. Just give your knees a hug and relax everything. So you're just breathing. Maybe take a couple good breaths. Have your eye gaze towards the floor. And you might feel a really nice stretch in your lower back, even your upper back. You can rock yourself side to side a little bit. Feel the stretch a little bit deeper on each side. And we're going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, good job. Okay, so this next one is called a figure 4. Now, there's different ways you can do it depending on the tightness in your hip and your flexibility and your mobility. So let me show you how I'm going to do it first. So if you can, you're going to cross that ankle above your knee. Give a little pressure with your elbow down on that leg, and you should feel a really good stretch in that hip. If you cannot get your foot up this far, what you're going to do is you're going to extend that leg, bring the leg underneath your knee. Try not to lean forward too much with this, but just give a little pressure still on that leg so you feel that stretch in the hip. You go as far up that leg as you can. If you can get it above your knee, never put it on the knee joint, okay? You might create an injury that way, so you either want to be below the knee or above it. So you go wherever you think your flexibility can go today. Hopefully it'll improve. I'm going to stay here. So now if you're on your back on the floor, same thing. You can have your knee bent with your leg crossed on top of your knee, above your knee, or you can have that leg straight. That's a little more challenging from the floor. So keep holding, make sure you're pressing out. You should be feeling that stretch in the hip. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch it. Same thing other side. Lift that knee, that ankle up above your knee if you can get it here. If not, remember you're going to extend that leg out and never put it on your kneecap. Okay, you don't want to put any pressure on those knees like that. And just hold that. Give a little more pressure if you can. Again, like I said before, one side is going to be tighter than the other. This is my tight side, so I can really feel this. It's going to feel so good when we're done. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. I can stay in that position a long time because it feels so good. It kind of is that hurt so good type feeling. All right, this is where you're going to need your item that you're going to lift your leg up and over, okay? So remember I gave you 3 choices. Actually, you have 4. You have nothing, or you can go just a little higher, by using your tissue box, or like I said, I have my yoga block here. It's a little higher. And then I have my foam roller, which is way up here. Now, if you're on the floor doing these, you can do these on your back, sitting up. So if you're doing these, if you're on the floor, you want to sit up in a straight position as you can. You could even lean your back against a wall and choose the height of how high you want to lift it. It's probably a little more challenging from when you're on the floor sitting up than it is on a chair, but whatever. We're doing it, and we're strengthening our legs and our hips. This you're going to feel in the front. It's also going to work that core, but it's giving you some strength here. All right, so I'm going to use this. Okay, we're going to do 10 of them on each side. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. If at any moment you're like, oh, I can't do it anymore, take whatever it is you're lifting away and see if you can do it without any item in front of your leg. We got 4 more. 4, I already feel it in my quad. 3, 2, and 1 more. Up and over, finish it, and good. All right, did you feel that? You can give it a little pound out that muscle. That feels good. All right, let's go. Other side, other leg. Here we go, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep lifting. This is a tricky one. 7, 8, lift, and 10. Finish it off, and good. Rest. That was a tricky one. Did you feel it? I know I did. All right. So this one, we're only going to do 1 set, but if you do this on your own and you want to do a set of 10 and then take a little rest, maybe do something else, come back to it, do another set. But you know, that's really going to strengthen your quadriceps, and quadriceps, your hip flexors are so important because they help you lift to stand up. Okay, so when you're lifting like that, you're using your lower abs and your hip flexor. That helps you lift. So when you go to sit up, when you go to stand up out of your chair, you have some strength there to help you stand up. Okay, they're very important, very, very important exercises to do. So come back to this video anytime and do it over and over and over again. If you like it that much, subscribe, like, click that little bell, and leave a comment for me in the comment section. I love to hear from people. All right, so now we're going to set our chair aside or you can keep it by your side, hang on to it if you need to, because what we're going to do is I call them directional leg swings. We're going to do all kinds of directions. We're going to start swinging to the back, to the side, to the front, and cross over. So I'll explain it as we go. The first one, how these different from our pole swings is that you're just going to swing out front and you're going to come back to your starting position. You're not going to swing to the back. That's going to be separate. We're going to do 10. Actually, we're going to do 5 on each position that we do. All right, so here we go. Stand up nice and tall, hold your abs in, and go. So 1, 2, it's a controlled swing. 3, 4, try not to just let your leg drop. 5. Now we're going to kick that leg out to 1 o'clock. If we were on a clock around us, you would kick that leg out to 1 o'clock. 1, 2, remember it's a controlled kick. So you're kicking slow on the way out and on the way back. 2 more. All right, let's kick out to the side now. 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to kick back to 4 o'clock. Okay, so it's not straight back, it's at a little bit of an angle. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Now we're going to kick straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. We're going to do the same leg, but we're going to go around the clock, okay? So we're going to kick back to 6 o'clock, and then we're going to work our way back up to our front kick. Nice and slow. So what I mean by nice and slow is try not to just drop your leg down. So when you kick out, bring it back slowly. It's going to keep that muscle under tension longer, so it helps strengthen them. Strengthen your leg muscles all around your hip. All right, so let's start with our kick back to 6 o'clock for 5. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to kick out to 4 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we kick straight out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to kick out to 1 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we kick straight out front to 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Okay, you might even feel it in that standing leg, right? Because you're putting all that tension on that leg for so long. So if you need to move your chair, which I'm going to on this side so I have room to kick, we're going to do the same thing other side, starting with our front kick for 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to kick it out to about 11 o'clock. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to kick it out to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to kick it back to about 7 or 8. So it's on the angle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Rest. Good job. We're going to continue. We're going to go back up the clock, okay? We can even make these exercises a little more challenging if we had bands around our, resistant bands around our ankles. That's another way to get a lot of, make it more challenging and really strengthens the muscle. Maybe that'll be another video. All right, so let's kick back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out to 8 o'clock or 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick that leg straight out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick that leg out to 11. 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. All right, last time, straight out front. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh boy, I felt that over here, right? Whew, not only this leg, but this leg. So they're both working. All right, you can set your chair off to the side. We're going to do one last movement, and then your workout on your hips will be done. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want you to go probably shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more. We're just going to shift our weight side to side. So one knee bends, the other leg is straight. Your toes are pointed straight ahead. And you're leaning forward just a little bit, but I don't want you way down here, okay? We don't want that. You want to stand up fairly tall. And it's as if you're putting, like right here, try to lift your butt up towards the ceiling. Okay, so now if you're doing this and you're like, oh, I really don't feel much, this is a good stretch for your inner thigh. So that's where you want to feel it. If you don't feel it here, you can widen your stance a little bit more and just go a little deeper. And if you can't feel it here, you can go as wide as you want with good form, okay? So make sure that knees are tracking over your toes. Your body isn't too far tilted forward. We're going to do a few more times moving like this, and then the last couple we're going to just hold into the stretch. So let's do 4 more. See if you can lean a little farther. 3. Stretch a little farther. Lean into that leg. Let's do 1 more each side. All right, now we're just going to go over to this leg here, and you're going to hold that position. Adjust yourself if you need to. Make sure you're not way down here. Lift that upper body. Hold your abs nice and tight. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. Let's switch. And just hold. Hold your abs tight. Shoulders are back. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on up. Bring your feet together. Good job. We're going to end this with a couple really big, deep breaths, okay? So we're going to just inhale in, big inhale up, and exhale. Let's do it one more time. Big inhale, and exhale. Remember, if you like this, subscribe, like, click that little bell for notifications. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to do a video with the resistant loop around our ankles and our legs. That would be a great workout, really great for strength. So repeat this workout every day if you want. It's always good to really keep those hips strengthened and create that mobility within the hips. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again on Parkinson's Exercise Corner with me, Cindy. Peace out.